Hello guys, today we are going to create a search help by using OVS method. So let's start. First let's understand the requirement. So now I am going to customer governance and I am clicking on new person and clicking any of the change request and going inside. So let's check UI first. So if my requirement is to add a search help for any of these, just I am doing now for this one. Now it is showing as free text which I have added previously. Just I want to convert this into a search help by using OVS method. So what is OVS method? Like it will be like three phases. First we can filter it out the value, or else directly we can after filtering it out we can directly click on the value and it will get filled here. So like that we are going to assign a OVS method now. So just first understand how to do this. Let's go to technical help of this UI and then let's go to component configuration. So inside component configuration we will find out what feeder class it is having. So let's go to feeder class. So it is just having one. This is a custom UIBB and it is having only one router name here. That is a custom field. So I am going to attributes here and I am going to use router name. So after clicking this, we will get its properties here. So display type dependent properties. Now it is showing in input help as auto. But now we have to change the input help and then we have to use OVS method here. So to do that, let's start how to do it. So first in general settings we can find out which feeder class it is having. So let's go to feeder class and I have used a custom feeder class which is extending a standard one. So this is just a feeder class which is uh, child class of a BP standard feeder class for form. So I will show that one here, and before that I am going to show you one list of users. So I am just using this custom table and the same entries I want to show inside here. I want to show here as a F4 help. So let's start doing that. So this is the custom table we have used, and let's go back and SC24. Let's start checking that feeder class. This is the feeder class which it is having, and I'm going inside, and this feeder class is just extending this standard feeder class of BP. So if we go here, let's go down and check this one. So if it is not in this color, we can just click on existing get definition and click on this one, redefine method. Now I'm going to edit mode and this will get enabled. So I have already redefined it for now and I have used super for this, and after that I am going to assign an overview help now. So I will start doing that. So now we have to understand what are these. So our main one here is ET field description. We have to focus on this one. So if we go into this typing, we can see it will have a table type format, and in this will be the structure. So name comp means this is the component name, that means field name. So this is the field name and this is the OVS name. So these two ones we have to assign now to exporting parameter. So go back and then add a loop into that. So loop at et field description assigning. So here we have to use field symbol because we are going to change the properties inside this. So I am assigning a field symbol. If I assigning field symbol, and field symbol name is ls field description, and closing this loop again, end loop, and in between I'm going to add if condition. So if this field symbol, let's use same thing, and in this field symbol we have to check name, field name. So inside name, here what is this name of the attribute. So if we check here, we are it is showing zz router. So copy same thing and paste same thing here, zz router. So if name is zz router, and if name is zz router, then what I have to do, I have to assign it its search help. So ls field description, and its OVS. So I am assigning its OVS name to a new class. So before doing this, I am just saving this, and I am going back, and here we can see it is already having OVS class assigned. So we will reuse same thing again if we want, or else we can assign another class as an OVS class to this. So for now, what I am trying to do, so let's see. So this is already having one OVS class. So I will use same class as a self OVS class now. I am copying this, and here I will assign same OVS class again. Full stop. That's it. So after this I activate this and check in feeder class now. So now if I refresh this and check this component configuration, we can see the changes in the property. So if I go to router name now, it will show a OVS class name assigned to display type dependent properties, this OVS class name. So whatever we have done in the code changes, that will show here in the display type dependent properties. So like this we can assign as OVS search help, and let's start working on this. So go here and go back. Let's redefine these methods. So let's redefine this, and we are going to uncomment this because we don't want to disturb standard working behavior of the class. So I am just giving IV field name and IO OVS callback. So I don't want to disturb this existing functionality. Saving this again, go back, and one by one again phase 1. So it is also having a code. I don't want to disturb this, so I am just clicking on redefine method, and then I am uncommenting this, and I am just doing IV field underscore name. Again here also IO OVS callback. Activate this. So one by one I am just activating, so that finally let's check whether that functionality gets disturbed or not. So this one also IV field name, and then IO OVS callback. End method was not closed. I am uncommenting this, and saving. Now this will get activated, and again in same way I will redefine this one as well. EO FPM IV WD context attribute name. So I am activating this one as well. I am going to component configuration. I am just clicking on reset. So it should not give any issues. So it is loading fine, and if I click on this, it should give this OVS class name. So let's also check whether existing functionality gets disturbed or not. So in the same way, I am going to new organization, create customer. So we can see that for router name this got added. So this is the only difference which is coming now, but it is not having any values here. So let's do that part now. So to do that we have to work in phase 2 first to just to show user. So I am just starting from phase 2. Now here I am going to use this component name. So if IV field name equal to, so if field name is ZZ ROUTER, so if field name is router, then what should I do? So if field name is router, in IO OVS callback we are going to have output table. So in the output we have to give, so ZTMDG routers. So I'm just copying this and pasting in data. So data LT routers type table of this one. So I'm just using its table type and ZS routers type ZTMDG routers. So I'm just using these two, and I will populate those now by using fetch method. So now I am just using select statement, select star or select star from ZTMDG routers into into at the rate of data. So which data I have to do? So into data, so into table. So already I have defined table at the top. So at LT routers, and I am giving same thing here, LT routers. Now I just removed a super call here, because if we use super call, that super call will go to a standard method and it will clear up the set output table. So even though if we are giving here, that supercall will not be able to uh, give us output. So we have to always remove supercall from phase to custom methods. See how it works. So I just added LT routers and I am getting this from this table. So I am just saving this, I am activating, and then if we see now, click on new organization and create customer tenant, and we can be able to see the displayed search help. So to go down and click on this, we will be able to see from the custom table which we have created. So like this we can create custom table and we can just use it here so that we can display in the search help, and after that another one is remaining. So after selecting anything, it should get populated in this place. So to do that, we have to use phase 3. So I haven't used that until now. I am going back and I am going to phase 3, and then here if it doesn't work I will remove super. Now for phase 3 I'm just using, now we will not get, but we have to go into this and do it. So SAP doesn't give this instant parameters, then I'm copying this selection, but this selection is reference type of data. That means we have to use assign before using this. So copy this, but this is a reference type of data, so I am using assign, and then I am dereferencing it by using this operator. So assign this to, we have to use some field symbol. For example, now I am using ls selection. This ls selection we have to use this, but dynamically we are getting this ls selection from the table which we are having. So ls selection should be of type which we have used in the table. So type z t mdg and value routers. So I have to use this type of value here, and then another important one, IO OVS callback. In this again we will be able to see the main context element. So we have to use this one, and then inside this context element there will be important methods. So go down, go down, go down. Now we can see set attribute. We have to use this one now. So before using this, set attribute, and then I'm clicking on shift and enter button at the same time. So entire signature of this will also get copied. Now name means the name of the custom custom attribute which we have to fill now. So name I am using as ZZROUTER. So this is the name as we know. Attribute value. So which value we have to fill in that case? So we have to fill the value dynamically. So whatever value we are getting from selection element, we are going to give that one. But the selection is a, mm, this is not just a value, this is a structure. So inside the structure we have to give one particular value. So that is it is having MANDT, and then it is having routers, so I'm giving routers here. So if it doesn't work, I will comment this out. Super. So for now it is not required because in this case it will work. So I am just decorating this method and clicking on pretty printer and activate this and test it. So now just close this and go to new organization and then click on create planet. Now in this we will be able to see the changes now. So we are getting from the table and client is also coming. So after clicking on any one of them, that particular value has to get filled in this role. So Australia, so it got filled, so it looks fine now. India, it got filled. South Korea, it got filled. So this is working as expected. So like this we can use OVS element for phase 2 and phase 3 by using this. So why, but we have a doubt why phase 0 and phase 1 first. So let's go into that as well and let's understand what is the use of it. So phase 1, so go into this and then in phase 1 we will use IO OVS callback. I'm removing this one. I don't want to call super here and callback. In this we have to use set input structure in this one. So what is the input we have to give initially? So before using such help, sometimes we may need to filter it out even before entering that. In that cases we will use this phase 1 method. So in this case, because it is very less number of entries in the table, this is not required, but for demo purpose I will show you how can we use it. So input, we have to give input here. So go inside and give data and then data ls structure type ztmdg, this one. So this is of type of this custom table and let's give same one here, ls structure. So now let's activate this and understand what is the difference it makes in the UI. So go to the UI, new organization, customer planet. Now here in this UI, first after clicking that it will get populated. So this is the search view which we are getting. So it will ask client and it will ask care. After clicking on search, then this will come. So we have to now capture this one or this one from the value. So after clicking on search, automatically phase 2 method will get triggered. So let's go to phase 2 method. So here we can find that one from this attribute inside WDOVS. So inside this we will get query parameters. So whatever we enter there, that will come under this query parameters and we can use them here. So let's keep debugger here and let's understand what is going on again. So I'm clicking on this and I'm clicking on char as some value as test and clicking on search. Now it will get triggered and we can go to desktop 3 and see locals. We can be able to see IO OVS callback. So double click this one and inside this we will be able to see the methods which we want. So let's go to that and here we will be able to see query parameters. So double click it and it is a reference object, and if we go inside we will be able to see the data which we entered before in first step. So like this we can be able to get the data and then we can be able to fetch dynamically as well. So let's do it now. I'm just removing this and let's use this. A main DT and routers are there. So just click on enter for now and I'm just closing this and close this. Now I will write program here to filter that one as well. So go up and add the program here, IO OVS callback. Here we have to use query. We will not get help from editor here. So I'm just copying this query parameters and going back and pasting query parameters here, and then I'm using this dereferencing operator because now I have to use assign. Because I used dereferencing operator, this is the syntax of it. To we have to use tables structure again. So to ls row to ls router and field symbol I will add ls routers type ZATMDG routers. So we will get here. Now in select statement we can add where condition. So where ROU routers contains pattern so contains pattern, it doesn't work here. So routers equal to ls routers. In this we can give this one. So we can filter exactly here like this. But if we want to use contains pattern, then there will be other process like as we know we can use another one new data object. So ls cell opt type cell opt. So So in this, high low options will be there, and LT cell opt type table of cell opt. So I'm using these two now, and so instead of this giving this, I'm using cell opt now and appending it. So ls cell opt in this. So here let's use option sign as I. So we don't need to use this. Routers equal to, I'm just using directly, but at the rate I am using here. On this where condition I am just cutting it for now. So here we are getting this one, and let's add its query. Now its query parameters I can use ls cell opt, and in this low equal to the value which I am getting ls routers, and in this routers. So this I can use it as low ls cell opt here. I can use option as C. I'm using it from USMD0 CSRA, and in this I'm using contains pattern CP. So I'm using this. Now ls cell opt, in this I can use sign I. So sign I equal to USMD CSRA. I'm just using, instead of hard coding it, option, this will have sign I. So include this and append this, append ls cell opt to lt cell opt. So I am appending into this. Now I am going to table and using LT cell opt. No, I made a mistake. Not here. Where router in LT cell opt. So I can use this at the rate. Now go here and let's test it. So let's go to organization, create customer planet. And let's go to router name, and here if I want South Africa, S star I am giving and clicking on search. So I am getting only South Africa and South Korea. If I am getting I and star and search, I am just searching with patterns. I am just getting India. So if I am searching by using IN, it doesn't give anything. It doesn't give anything. Now if I search using N, it doesn't give anything. So N star if I give, it will give north. Uh, these two. So it is now more user friendly by using this star after that. So like this we can just click on New Zealand and we can use this. So like this we can just use phase 2 and phase 1, but phase 0, this is for setting configuration. So here if we want to IOVS callback, and in this there will be option set configuration. If we use that, we can just set all the things like window title, group and all. So you can go and test it this one. Now I can show some of them. So I am just giving window title as as router names, and then group header, this is obsolete, we don't need to use, and label text. So I don't use this one because this needs a uh, table now, internal table. So table header I can just mention routers, and column text I will not use now. And other than this, go back to phase 2. If we directly check now, so if we go here, if we directly click on search, it should show empty, no results found. So this is what we require. It should not produce any dumps to the user. And if you click on star and click on this, we should be able to fill that one. So this is working as expected, and I have covered phase 0, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So shortly, phase 0 is for configuration, and phase 1 is for giving the structure, initial structure to filter it out, and phase 2 is for showing the results to the user, and phase 3 is for uh, filling the uh, filling the field after clicking on OK button in that previous screen. So like that, all these can be used for using OVS Search Help. So that's it guys. Thank you for watching.